the Know Your Gear podcast.
All right. You know what it's time for?
Now it's time for Guitar of the Week.
It's Guitar of the Week. So Guitar of the Week got me thinking. I thought I'd do something fun. So let me pull up. So I got a guitar that I was super curious about. And I've had it for a little while now. And I thought it'd be fun to share it with you guys. But I thought it'd be really fun to not share what it is until after I play it for a second. So don't get me wrong. I'm not going to play it I'm not going to trick you guys. But I do have it. You can't see it. Look at that. You can't see it. So today, what am I doing? I'm running through a Fender Princeton right there. You look behind me. I got a Fender Princeton. I got it mic'd up with my Sennheiser microphone. And let's turn this on. Okay, go to the neck pickup. So here's where it gets fun. Here's where it gets a little fun. So the question of the day is, I could be jerky. I'm not going to do it and go, hey, let's play and tell me what tone woods these are. People don't like the poplar bodies. Like, what, can you hear it? Is this guitar poplar? Or is this guitar mahogany? But what's funny about this guitar is this is the weirdest guitar I've ever seen. Now, don't get me wrong. Some guitars get really crazy weird, but this guitar is definitely weird. So this company reached out to me a while back. This is a while back. This is one of those guitars that is, it's not love or hate. Most of you guys are going to freak out. Okay, so this is a guitar. It's called a Pearson. Okay, so Pearson guitars is a very strange guitar. So let's just share the guitar with you guys. Okay, here we go. It's headless. It's made of aluminum or aluminum. That's an aluminum plate. It is layers of aluminum. Has a volume tone, 2 coil splits, 3-way switch, 2 humbuckers. None of the things in it are, like name brand. There's nothing wacky. The string, you can see you tune it from this side. It has locking keys. It looks like a it looks like a headstock on the butt, right? The butt of the guitar has a headstock. It looks like it should be uncomfortable as hell. It's actually very comfortable, right? The roasted maple neck. This model is called the Hyper B. Let's pull it up right here. Let's share it with you. The Hyper B is $799. And this is the Generation 3, I think. Gen 3. Vivid. And why? When this company reached out, look, they got some videos. I think In the Blues did a video of it. It has all their specs right here. It is very light, so you know. This one, probably 5-6 pounds, something like that, obviously. It plays great, but more importantly, listen to the sound. It sounds great. So let's listen to Princeton. Whoops. So that's the neck pickup. And then what we have here is the bridge, and I'm going to switch a little overdrive. This is the Blues Breaker overdrive. You can coil split that. Okay, And then now what I want to do, switch off that overdrive, go back to the neck, and I'll show you the single coil. Here's the single coil. Okay, and then back to humbucker on the neck real quick. So what I was saying was it is delivered in two pieces. The body comes separate. The neck, you get an Allen wrench and you just attach the neck and then you put the strings on it. Takes you about 15 minutes to put everything together and just make sure everything's dialed in and adjust the bridge and stuff. Very cool. By the way, another cool thing is it hangs on the wall. So it's really cool. I have to say, I've had some mixed reactions from friends about it. Some are like, that's really cool. And some are like, that's just weird. I don't know. I thought it's cool. And so I will put a link to their website. Let me do that real quick, so you can check them out. Hold on a second, if you don't mind. We'll put it in the chat. There you go. And keep in mind, they ship from New Zealand. So it does take a little while to get to where you are, unless you happen to be in New Zealand. So very cool. Neck is super comfortable. It's a modern C. Setup was good. Frets felt good. So it was good. It's a cool thing. I don't know, some of you guys are like, you hate headless guitars, but that's pretty cool. And it's probably going to last forever. So really, really crazy. So Rob says he doesn't agree with the wood neck. I was thinking about, you could probably get an aftermarket carbon fiber neck for it, but I like it. I think it's cool. I really, what's crazy is it sounds really good. You heard it, right? Like through the Princeton, it sounds warm. It sounds warm. In fact, it's not going to sound as warm to you guys just because I'm interfaced in a live feed, and I'm not using anything to kind of beef it up with extra mics. I'm just running that mic. No, trust me, it sounds really great. Feels great. Pretty cool. And what's nice is if you need to travel, I mean, obviously the neck can come off. It doesn't come with a gig bag or anything though. So, but it fits in my Kiesel headless gig bag. So I just put it in there. So, and then Windsor Maui says, whose pickups? I think, let's go ahead. Let's take a look. So under specifications, we got in laser silver dots. Nut width is 42 millimeters. It's funny. It feels it feels like 43. So it doesn't feel narrow like that. Electronics, neck pickup, a Pearson A2 vintage output Alnico 2, and then at 7K. So just some vintage output Alnico 2 pickups. They're not really being super descriptive with it. But like I said, they sound nice and warm. And again, the vibe I get from the guitar, so when you get it, is I've seen all these parts, like the bridge, all the components seem like they're just typical aftermarket parts that aren't, the guitar looks very specialized, but the componentry is not. And I don't know if you can tell, it says the name of the company, but it's really hard to see it. See, it says, right, Pearson in the back plate right there. It's really, really cool. Really cool if they could put a light on this thing and light up. And then you can get different plates for here. So I don't know, but it's nice, right? There's one where you can see, let me share with that. Here's the one I think is really cool too. Look at this. This one you can see inside the electronics. Look at that. So, pretty cool. Like I said, and they have other models as well. But, look, $800 ain't cheap, but it's crazy. It's a work of art. I mean, if you're into stuff like this, I think it appeals to a different kind of, guitar player. I think, some of you guys are into, all kinds of cool stuff like motorcycles and stuff. I think this is kind of cool because again, it's aluminium. But there you go. All right. And it shields itself, Mr. Mont. You called it. Yes, and I'm Not Alone at Vintage says, can you easily mount a LED strip? I agree. There's enough room in the cavity. I looked in this cavity to put a battery in there. So absolutely, you could hook a battery. And to be honest, I don't need a switch for my coil split for my bridge. So I was thinking about the same thing. I was like, you could probably run a couple lights through here, around here, and here, like a couple LEDs, run it up to a power, and then literally just turn it on and have it glow. On stage, it would be fantastic, right? It's like one of those. I mean, it looks expensively custom to me. When you see it, I know some of you guys it looks like, it's a Rector set thing, but like this, when I saw these, I could easily see where if you went in the NAMM show and this was in the, the expensive rooms, somebody would be like, that's $8,000. It's pretty cool. But the most important thing I want to tell you is the neck feels good, because stuff like this, you never know, right? The neck feels good. The neck is, and I've had it for months and months abusing it. So if it's going to have an issue, I would have had it by now. Yeah. Brian says, I was thinking 4K, I actually had the benefit, like you guys, I think, to see it and then see the price, and just looking at it and, like, okay, it's shipping from New Zealand. It's made of aluminum. It's, I was like, I was thinking like $2,000-3,000, same thing, like, $2,500 kind of thing. And then when he's like $799, I'm like, what? And then, but you could tell he's working really hard to keep the price down. That's why I said in the shipping, you can see he's just taking it apart to ship it, even to save on shipping rates. So very cool. So if you like this clip and you'd like to watch another one, you can click right here. And if you want to see the entire episode of the podcast, you can click right there. As always, thank you for your time and know your gear.